Hey, what's good guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sean and I'm Sean from the future. I'm here to give guidance and a sense of direction alongside Sean as we go throughout this video. So I'll leave him to carry on. All right, back to you. And today we're gonna do something interesting. So I was scrolling on Twitter, as one usually does, and I came across an interesting artist called Francesca, and her username is PCheap. And what she did was, and I quote, artists will pick their favorite YouTube essay girl and call it a day. So basically what she did was she sketched out her favorite YouTuber, and yeah, and I thought it was really cool. So I said, why don't we try and use that inspiration for this series now? So the idea is we have picked out 14 of my favorite YouTubers and we're gonna try and draw them in different art styles. We're gonna take some inspiration from some artists and we're also gonna try and do something unique by ourselves, okay? All right, back to you. We're just gonna put on the glasses because your boy is blind. All right, let's hop in the studio. So the way I like to do it, I like to put my references inside the same file and then I just put them side by side and I draw what I see. So I put the reference here. Basically, I've already drawn the YouTube UI. Here, we're gonna fill this out and let's see how it turns out, okay? Okay, so first off, we have Kyron. I used to watch a lot of his stuff, but I still try to keep up nowadays. He's a really nice YouTuber based in Canada. And yeah, he has like very interesting pickup videos and like I like to hear him out and how he mixes his style and stuff. So with Kyron being the first one on the list, I wasn't really looking to any other artist for inspiration. I just decided to draw him in one of my various styles. Something simple with bold colors, and yeah, I just like the still of him leaning towards the camera with his camo pants and his shirt and his chrome hearts chain. It was just like nice, so I took that and I brought over to the lab. And yeah, this is the final result. All right, back to you. The second was Frugal Aesthetic. Now, if you watch Frugal Aesthetic, you know how funny this guy is. This guy's funny as hell. And yeah, so with him, the same thing again, nothing too fancy, just simple, bold colors, a little grungy, because like the way he edits his stuff is like kind of rough, but it adds to the comedic nature of his videos. So yeah, this is how it turned out. Something simple, nothing too crazy, just bands at the Met Gala. But back to you. The next will be Fashion Roadman. I watch a lot of fashion YouTube and a lot of art YouTube. So this guy, I think I discovered him 2020, 2021. Yeah, around that time. And I've been watching his stuff. He has very interesting takes on fashion and he's into fashion journalism. I think he went to CSM. Yeah, we're gonna try and draw him as well. So for him, I decided to reference Basquiat. Basquiat is a very famous painter known around the world. I just wanted to some elements from his color palettes, the way he depicts figures, and some of the way he highlights anatomical details on his canvas. His canvas is kind of like his notebook, and I really like his stuff. That's the inspo I used for this painting. I'm really glad how it turned out. Obviously, it's not really an accurate depiction of him. It's more of like how I feel and how basically an interpretation of how I feel when I watch his videos and stuff. So I'm more of like paying homage to the paying homage to the artist Basquiat. Yeah, so that's it. All right, back to you. Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Yeah, Vsauce. If you know Vsauce, you know that's where the sauce at. Okay, I'm gonna cut that out. He makes interesting science content and science videos. He's very intellectually stimulating. Yes, that's what I would say. But yeah, he has very interesting videos about different things. And if you know the Vsauce theme song, then it's a hit. So for our buddy Michael here, I just went with his iconic like curious like stare, and I took that and I illustrated it in a kind of pastelish kind of way. And yeah, I'm glad with how it turned out. I tried to like focus on less about accuracy, which is a lie because I always try to make sure the paintings I draw look like the people I'm referencing, but I really wanted to capture the fuzziness of how it feels watching his videos. When you're watching his videos, you always learn something new. So I just wanted to capture how colorful and how creative learning about science can be. And yeah, this is the result. So back to you. Next guy is Unbox Therapy. I haven't watched Unbox Therapy in a minute, like in a fat minute. I don't know what's going on now. I know it's this guy and his friend Will. I'm not sure I remember it, but yeah, he had this other friend, and like they used to unbox stuff. Me and my brother used to watch Unbox Therapy a lot, actually. Yeah, so for the Unbox Therapy one, I wanted to reference this interesting painting called Composition 8 by Wassily Kandinsky. Now, this is an abstract painting with geometric shapes and colors against this white background, and I really like the way it uses very simple basic shapes to convey some sort of interesting, like the name says, composition. And I basically took a still from Unbox Therapy, one of their unboxing videos, and I abstracted it down but still maintained some of the iconic details from their channel, like the interesting light grid on the top there, and also the table. He was reviewing this airless basketball, and yeah, I found out that was really interesting because again, basic geometric shapes, basketball, circle. So I just love the way it turned out, and yeah, this is the final result. So back to you. Next guy is Tom Scott. Tom Scott is really smart and he makes very interesting videos while wearing a red shirt. He's a really interesting YouTuber. For our boy Tom, I went ahead to reference the artist Pierre Modran. He's very famous for his composition of red, blue, and yellow. And I just went ahead with that and abstracted Tom down to 5 colors: white, red, blue, yellow, and black. And I'm really glad with how it turned out. The lines and the squares, and you can still kind of see that it's Tom, but it's really abstract, but I'm proud of it. So yeah, on to the other ones. Next guy. Oh, whose YouTube channel is this? It's my YouTube channel. This is a screenshot from my YouTube channel, Memories Volume 3. Yeah, we have Bells in the cut. You know, me and Bells go way back. So I said, why don't I add this to the challenge? So quite a few artists actually went into inspiring this specific piece. So the first one I want to call out is Alberto Miego. I came across them when finding out who was on the team for the visual development of the Spider-Verse art style, and that was the first artist I tried to emulate their style for how vibrant and how interesting they depicted characters. And the next person I want to call out is Wife Clips on Twitter. Now, I came across their interesting design sheets, and they basically broke down how they would go about portraying their character in the Spider-Verse art style with this interesting graphic here. And the next person I want to reference is Will Coiner. This is some of their work they shared from the Across the Spider-Verse development, and yeah, very interesting. And the next person I want to reference is Felicia Chen on Twitter. Now, they also shared some initial paintings they developed for building up that Spider-Verse style. All these artists and more are what inspired me to emulate the Spider-Verse art style. And yeah, I had to draw bells in the art style. So what I found out was there was a lot of texture. Yeah, so they like to put a lot of texture in their work and use really vibrant colors. So yeah, this one took me, I think a day. I think a whole day, scattered across multiple days, but basically about a full day's of work went into this one painting. And I like the way they use halftones to, if you study the stuff, they use like halftones and chromatic aberration to give this kind of like lens distortion. It gives this kind of like vibrant effect to it. But yeah, that's basically what went into making this. I'm really proud of how it turned out. This is my favorite one, by the way. And yeah, that's the Spider-Verse art style, and my friend illustrated in that style. So yeah, on to the others. So Moist Critical. We have Moist Critical. This guy just like makes videos. That's all I'm gonna say. He makes videos. Really interesting. Alright, that's it. See ya. For Charlie, I didn't do anything crazy. I just went with a kind of old Disney kind of style. Drawing some inspiration from the animated Snow White from the past. Yeah, that was kind of like the inspo, not really directly, but that was kind of like the mood, the kind of theme I was going for. The way he was like nagging about what he was talking about, it just felt like it needed to be illustrated in a more exaggerated manner. So that's what happened with his own. So I'm really glad with how it turned out, and I like the way the background looks kind of fuzzy because I use like a diagonal brush, so everything's kind of like fuzzy for the background. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm proud of it. And yeah, that's Charlie. So back to you. Next guy, MKBHD, more like MKBHD. He just recently got a PhD. You definitely know this guy. You've definitely seen him somewhere. He's like the YouTuber. He is the YouTuber, like the YouTuber. He reviews tech products and other interesting things. He's just one hell of a guy. Yeah. For Marquez, I wanted to take some inspo from the artist Robert Valley, and not directly, but more of like inspired the initial steps of the sketch. Then I went ahead to render it out in something adjacent to his work, but in a less Robert Valley way, if that makes sense. So yeah, obviously I'm paying respects to him, but still I think it came out looking drastically different. Not too different, but it's still, you wouldn't say, oh, it's clearly Robert Valley. But yeah, I just wanted to go with something more stylized and yeah, capture the edginess, and I'm really glad with how it turned out, and this is the finished result. So yeah, on to the next one. We have Kenijima. I like watching this stuff. He does fashion stuff in Tokyo, and yeah, he does really interesting things around fashion, and he has his own brand, Vsauce. Yeah, he's just really interesting, so I like to watch him. So for Ken, I wanted to take things down the Japanese route, so I went for an anime art style. So he was reviewing his office, he was giving us like a little tour of his new office, and I just like the still where he dropped down to look into the camera. Kind of gave this kind of like anime type of reaction, so I just took that and illustrated it how I feel like it would look like if he was in an anime. Yeah, I didn't really reference any specific shows directly. I just took from the broader anime art style. Yeah, I'm glad with how it turned out, and this is the final result. So on to the next one. So next up we have Jasmine Lee. I'm not sure. But Jasmine is really cute and makes very interesting content. I used to watch her a lot. Not a lot, but like I used to watch her in the past. I kind of like haven't watched her in a minute as well. But yeah, if there's any like list I'm putting people that I used to watch on, she's gonna be on there. Yeah, so for Jasmine, I took direct inspiration from the painting called The Kiss by Gustav Klimt. It used oil and gold leaf, which gave it this kind of striking golden appearance, and I just wanted to emulate that digitally. So I just took a shot of them eating some food because I thought it was a really nice and wholesome part of the video, and I took that directly and translated that in a kind of interpretation of what I felt the kiss was about. Just translated that over, and I'm glad how it turned out. I like how the background really looks golden and metallic, and I like the way Jasmine has more of a circular shape language, especially with the circles and spirals around her stuff, and for her partner is more of like squares and rectangles. And yeah, I just love how I love the painting, the original painting, and I love how this one turned out. So yeah, on to the next one. And Intranetgirl. If you know Intranetgirl, you definitely know Intranetgirl if you're into like design and stuff. She made a very popular multi-metal 3D tutorial on YouTube, and it blew up. I think it has like 1.5 or 2 million views. It's everywhere. She's just that girl when it comes to 3D. And I like her space. I think she's in the UK as well. So yeah, very interesting YouTuber. I like to watch her. She always coming up with interesting things. Yeah, so she's definitely on the list. she's definitely on the list. So for intro, I just wanted to translate how creative and how intriguing her videos were directly with the art style I chose. So I didn't really reference any artist in particular, but I wanted to dial down on the shape language and give everything a kind of flowy, dynamic type of shape language. I really like how her hand is reaching out for the camera, and one thing I found really interesting when I was painting was how I saw the leaf, and instead of illustrating it straight as just like what it looked like, I learned something about focusing on the bigger shapes. I took a leaf and I drew it as a heart first, then I carved in the different sections of the leaf. It's subtle, but these are the little things that really add to the bigger picture. I love the colors. I love the little halo at the back of her head. I'm proud of how it turned out. So yeah, on to the next one. We have Bliss Foster. If you watch fashion YouTube, you know Bliss Foster. Bliss is that kind of guy. I started watching him when he had short hair. Now his hair is like all long and shit, like mine. I think his hair is definitely longer though. But yeah, but he's really good at dissecting fashion, looks, runways, and runway shows, and everything in the fashion space. I think he really likes Margiela. Yeah, I think he really likes Margiela. I like Margiela too, but I think he's the Margiela guy. Yeah, but basically he makes cool videos and covers fashion related stuff. So for Bliss, I took direct inspiration from this amazing artist I found on Twitter. I really be finding my favorite artists on Twitter. It's really a nice place when it's not showing you all the other funny things on there. But yeah, I found this amazing artist called, correct me if I'm butchering the pronunciation, Serge. I found her amazing page and I like the stuff she does. So she dropped this design sheet here and basically talked about how one should not break the flow, and it kind of reminded me of this like old animated Disney type of style, and I wanted to translate that for Bliss. And yeah, I'm really glad how it turned out. I love how Bliss's apartment has the complementary colors green and red. It really makes him stand out from his background. So I really had a fun time painting this. Yeah, that's it for Bliss. On to the next. The next guy, or the next girl, I think that's the final one, is going to be her. oliSUNvia. I think that's her name. It says oliSUNvia, but like I think her name is Olivia. Let me just cross check. Yeah, just confirm her name is Olivia indeed. But yeah, Olivia, she makes really good and interesting philosophy videos. They're always so long and I love that. Sometimes you just need something to think about and she really gives you something to think about. So yeah, that's the final person on the list. That was the first person on the list actually. So yeah. For Olivia, I wanted to emulate this type of crayon, oil pastel type of style. And I'm really proud of how it came out. The colors are so bold and vivid. The background is so different. I love how vibrant the colors are. It's almost like I can reach onto the canvas itself. Like all the colors were clear. All the colors in the crayon box were used, and I love how that looks. So yeah, I wanted her to look like Olivia but also be more animated. I'm glad with how it turned out. So I'm gonna pass the mic back to Sean, and yeah, peace. All right, thanks for watching the video. I'm really glad with how they turned out. I love each and every one of them. I hope you guys found some that you liked, or you just had fun watching the video, or maybe it inspires you to pick up a pen and draw today. Anyways, hope you guys had a nice time watching the video. Hope it was entertaining. If you liked the video, I want you to like the video. Okay, hit the like button, here. Yes, it's gonna, if you click it, it's gonna give like a nice little like show of colors for you. It's gonna show like a little nice animation, yeah. And if you like what I did, and if you like art and other creative things, I think you should subscribe to this channel. Yeah, I think if you subscribe, I need you to subscribe actually. I just need you to subscribe. Please. There's a magic wizard holding me for ransom, and I just need you to subscribe so that I may be free. And yeah, okay, enough yapping. I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye. See ya.
Grippy.